Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In this week's edition, we'll recap selected races from Saturday, November 5 and Sunday, November 6. It was a weekend which saw 18 races on offer, including Saturday's 9th event, the BetMakers Trophy. Let's begin our highlights package with race 1 from Saturday. A field of 8 faced the starter for what was a maiden special weight contest for native-bred 2-year-olds.
They're ready, they're off. Fair start. Whiz Kid gets a good start and goes rushing for that lead. There goes Bootylicious as they leave the 5. And Bootylicious has now taken charge. Piggly Wiggly has speed and displays it just 2 lengths down on the outside of Whiz Kid. She's My Head Front races back as they leave the half-mile marker. Princess Talisa running on the outside. Lambo Girl just on her inside. Just about 5 lengths separates that group. Life is Life in the Red Silks races next. And at the back of the field, it's a Shoami, the Butcher. They've left the 3 and run toward the 5/16th. Can they catch this Bootylicious dashing along with a 3.5 length advantage? Whiz Kid in hot pursuit along with She's My Hedge Fund. But they're into the lane and Bootylicious is showing them a clean pair of heels and the rear end as they arrive at the final 3/16th. A quick change of hold and a tap or two of the right hand stick from Action Pack, Ray and Lewis, and Bootylicious has poached what now looks to be an outstanding advantage. They're not going to get back unless we have an act of God stopping Bootylicious from winning the first of 9. It's Bootylicious, the rider, having a look behind him. There are no dangers there. Bootylicious wins by 10 or more. It's tight. She's My Hedge Fund made just have got it over Whiz Kid. Princess Talisi is next. Life is Life is 5th.
Bootylicious blitzed the field to land Saturday's opening event. Under the competent handling of Rayanne Lewis, Bootylicious clocked 1 minute 6 2/5 of a second, going 1100 meters. Today's second event saw 7 native-bred 3-year-old maiden fillies competing over the same distance of 1100 meters.
Ready for a start. They're off and racing right away. Babylon Will Fall and Zion's Princess stepping slowly. Cutter with Catty passing the 5 just the lead of circling horses. That's Babylon Will Fall. So it's Cutter with Catty in front of Babylon Will Fall. Right on the rail, that's Lady Ben. Right there too, that's Dancing with a Cat behind those, and coming around, that's Zion's Princess behind Zion's Princess, Oh So Long, and racing at the back through Riley. They head toward the 3 furlong point, and it is Cutterwood Catty bouncing easily on that lead, about 2 lengths in front of Babylon Will Fall, hustled up for more run right against the rail. That's Lady Ben. It is Cutterwood Catty bringing them into the lane. Cutterwood Catty by about 3 lengths, sneaking away from them. Babylon Will Fall is right there too, coming on the rail. That's Oh So Long. Lady Ben looks to be fading out of it. Right widest of all, that is Zion's Princess. Cutterwood Catty still traveling nicely. Rider takes a peek behind at the furlong pole. It's Cutterwood Catty in front by about 3 lengths. Oh So Long right against the rail. Cutterwood Catty sewing this one up. Cutterwood Catty by about 4 lengths. Oh So Long is second. Lady Ben is third. Babylon Will Fall is fourth.
Cutterwood Cathy burned rivals to deliver special victory for the groovy jockey-trainer partnership of O'Neill Mullings and Ryan Darby. The day's third event saw 7 thoroughbreds competing over 1300 meters.
Denzel Miller doing the honors. They're off. Ahmad Ali a shade slowly out, being hustled up on the rail and now relaxing at the back of the field as King Air leaves the 6 with a narrow lead. Real Big Man is rushing up now to challenge for it. Salud is hidden in between runners. So Ragbar Bapi is 4 lengths back as they make their way now passing the 5. Give Me the Light asked to shine down against the rail begins to make some progress. In behind those, that's Called the Emperor as they race toward the final half of a mile and the gap opens up to Ahmad Ali going nowhere. They're into the turn for home. They make their way now toward the 7/16th and Real Big Man flashes past it with a 2-length lead. King Air trying to come on strong on the outside. Salud backing out a bit in third, although being urged as they leave the 3. Give Me the Light, the Grey and the Yellow Silks is fourth as they're stringing out. Call the Emperor is 5th. Behind them, that's Sir Ragbar Bapi being urged along, and Ahmad Ali has never been in it. As they come at the top of the lane, they're into it now, a 1/4 of a mile to run. Real Big Man out in front and traveling strong, now gets a crack or two of the right-hand stick as they leave the 3/16th. Give me the light now, switched on in the middle toward the outside. Ahmed Ali has made good progress. Call the Emperor is down against the rail, but it's a real big man, and Robert Halidine beginning to tie up a bit as Ahmed Ali launches a serious attack on the outside. A real big man running out of breath. Ahmed Ali grabs a hold of him and now comes on to win it under Alan Mirage. Real big man second. Give me the light third. Call the Emperor fourth. So Ragbar Bapi is fifth.
With a late burst, Ahmed Ali, ridden by veteran jockey Alan Bongo John Mirage, secured the win for Derby-winning trainer Gary Subrati. Real Big Man, Give Me the Light and Call the Emperor completed the top four. Trainer Gary Subrati was in line for a double on the day. The impressive Ryan Lewis was aboard the head cornerstone in Saturday's 7th event.
And they're off for the mile. The head cornerstone and Rainsville came off slow with a great trick. Monsieur Blue got a good start, so too I Realize, and I Realize gets the lead. Sunset Silhouette now beginning a challenge, a half a length down as they leave the 7. Great Trick races out wide as they make their way now toward the final 6 furlongs. It's a Great Trick, I Realize. They're tracked closely by Sunset Silhouette in the blue cap. They're all in a wall behind. Take a Punt is in between runners, the head cornerstone on the rail. The Citadel racing out wide. Monsieur Blue is right with that group and tacked onto their tail. That's Rainsville as the field separated by 4 or 5 lengths down the back stretch. They've left the 5 and run away toward the half-mile marker. The head cornerstone moves up now to challenge and gets that lead from a Great Trick. I Realize rushing down on the outside. Sunset Silhouette is backing out into 4th. Rainsville in between horses as they charge away now, leaving the 7/16th. Take a Punt beginning to make ground, racing out wide. The Citadel toward the back along with Monsieur Blue. They match strides for last. They leave the 5/16th and now coming into the lane, and it's the head cornerstone on the rail, challenged strongly by I Realize in the white cap. Take a Punt now asked to bubble to the boil in behind them. Great Trick running on the spot over against the rail along with Sunset Silhouette, but it's the head cornerstone responding to the left-hand stick on the run, passing the furlong pole. It's the head cornerstone pulling away from I Realize, failing to cope with a quick turn of foot inside the final 16th. It's the head cornerstone. Action-packed Ryan Lewis will have his second. So too Gary Subrati. I Realize some 4 lengths back has finished in second, ahead of Sunset Silhouette, then Take a Punt close between Monsieur Blue and Rainsville for 5th.
A well-measured ride from apprentice Ryan Lewis saw the head cornerstone winning ahead of I Realize, a Sunset Silhouette and Take a Punt. Race 8 was a clash at the overnight allowance level, going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs round. It also saw the reunion of Robert Hadwell Halidine and the speedball God of Love.
They're off and racing. That's a good line done, Robin. Outsped early. Right on the lead. That's Baton Rouge rushing around on the outside. That is Will the Conqueror and God of Love. Lead them passing the 4. So God of Love on the outside of Will the Conqueror right against the rail. Then comes racing in 3rd. That's Baton Rouge. Golden Wattle is slotted right there into the 4th spot. Racing in the 5th, that's Laban. Then comes Prince Marshall, Generational, tailing off a bit, and it looks like something is going to miss with the 2. That's Executive Chief, overtaken by Don Robin. They're at the top of the lane. God of Love, sent for home by the rider, Robert Halidine. He looks for his second. Will the Conqueror trying to put in a challenge, but it's God of Love traveling nicely under the confident handling of Robert Halidine. It's God of Love sprinting away from these. God of Love has this one all in the bag. God of Love, they're running for second. God of Love sprinting off and sprinting clear by about 4 lengths in front of Baton Rouge second. 3rd goes to Prince Marshall. Laban is 4th.
God of Love partners with Robert Halidine to land the day's feature race. 59 and 3/5 of a second was the winning time, going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs round. The day's 9th event was the Betmakers Trophy. It saw 13 runners competing over 1,300 meters.
Now in. Field in line and sent off. Sorting themselves out toward the back, Nefertari came away slowest, along with Stomp the Rhythm and Ava Jalen. Freedom Street and Noble Impulse match strides briefly, and now Freedom Street picks it up from Noble Impulse, one like it rushing up on the rail. She's my friend right there, these 4 in a very tight clump. as they make their way now toward the half mile. A gap opens up to Whiskey. Awesome Prince is racing out just wide and asked to make some progress. Joe is there too and beginning to pick up. Justin Biden is making some progress right there on the rail. That's Whiskey fading back through the field. Stomp the Rhythm hidden from view out wide. Nefertari now begins to pick it up as they leave the 3. Disha racing next along with Ava Jalen and Wowtastic left at the back as they leave the 5/16th and are about to come into the lane. And they've got to catch this Freedom Street in the hands of Shane Ellis. They turn for home first and begin to race away, passing the 3/16th. Here is Stomp the Rhythm trying to close up. One like it is near the rail, right against it. That's Joe. Awesome Prince further back too, but it's Freedom Street now beginning to drift just off a true line. And the rider changes the stick quickly to the right hand. It's Freedom Street and Shane Ellis running away from them. Freedom Street will romp the Betmakers Trophy and wins by 6 or more. Stomp the Rhythm is next. One like it has finished third, close between Nefertari and Awesome Prince.
Shane is a Canterman Ellis usually finds an extra gear for the major races, and he was right on cue aboard Freedom Street for trainer Patrick Lynch. With Saturday being highlighted by God of Love's victory in the 3-year-old and up overnight allowance, as well as Freedom Street's victory in the Betmakers Trophy, it's now time to head to a break. On the other side, we'll recap some of the exciting action from Sunday, November 6th. Stay with us, we'll have more highlights from Caymanas Park right after the break. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In the second half of our presentation, we'll recap some of the action from Sunday. Let's now pick up some of Sunday's high points. This was another event for native-bred 3-year-old maidens and untrieds.
Waiting on the starter. Ready for a start from Michael Sims. 5 furlongs round the trip. It's race number 2, Best of Lucky Play, the play spot 8 on the pick 4. Risky Bid, the first one to get that start, and Risky Bid blasting to an early lead. Friend of the Family cracking on the outside, and now Friend of the Family hooks up with Risky Bid. Friend of the Family leads them going past the 4. Risky Bid is right there in second. Give Me the Light is in third. Blue Persuasion racing in fourth, just ahead of Mickey C. Tailing off a bit, that's JJ King as they blast towards the 3. Friend of the Family charting the course about 3 lengths in front of Risky Bid. Give Me the Light coming around and looking a threat on the outside. On the rail, that's Blue Persuasion. Mickey C racing at the back. JJ King, they're at the top of the lane, and it is Friend of the Family on the outside. Risky Bid, right in the middle. Risky Bid on the outside. Give Me the Light. It's Friend of the Family tying up a bit. Here comes Risky Bid and Give Me the Light. They're at the furlong pole. Give Me the Light has now gone through to take the lead. It's Give Me the Light in front. Risky Bid trying to fight back way out on the outside and really coming on. That Blue Persuasion. Give Me the Light. Blue Persuasion flying. Give Me the Light beats Blue Persuasion. It's very tight for third between Risky Bid and Friend of the Family.
Give Me the Light, partnered by apprentice Nicholas Hibbert, shone brightest in the field. Conditioned by Gary Griffiths, Give Me the Light covered 5 furlongs round in 1 minute and 3 seconds. Race 4 was a 3-year-old and up claiming event. 5 furlongs straight was the distance, with 8 breaking from the starting gate.
They're off and racing. Palazzo gets away blasting in the middle. Right on the far side, Mr. Mandate got away in good order. Right in the middle, that's Bus City Light crossing around, and Bus City Light is not messing around. Also there, that's Circle right under the stand fence, that's Stepping Faith. Right in the closest to the stands rail, that is Sniper Man and Lightning McQueen. They head toward the 2 furlong point, and there's fed right across the track. Circle showing good dash, and Circle might just have the overall lead. Right on the far side, that's Mr. Mandate. Behind those, that's Bus City Light. Right under the fence, that's Balazzo. Circle trying to get away from these. It's Circle in front and really traveling well. Circle and Oline Mullings, they begins to sprint away from these, and Circle showing these a clean pair of heels. Circle's getting away from Mr. Mandate. Bus City Light is third. Looks like Sniper Man in fourth.
Veteran rider O'Neill Mullings was aboard Circle for Guess Who? Trainer Ryan Darby. The Mullings-Darby partnership yielded another victory as Circle clocked 1 minute and 1/5 of a second, covering 5 furlongs straight. Race 8 saw Anthony Thomas aboard Jason DaCosta's John Crow Jeff. At the start of the race, Thomas trailed leading rider Dane Dawkins by 3 wins in the Jockeys Championship.
Michael Sims is ready for a start. They're off and racing. Came out in a good line, Classical Orb. Marginally left at the back of the field as they head towards the 6 furlong point on the course. And it is ENI Lynx, margin of the leader from Taurus Boy right there. John Crow Jeff hustling up against the rail. These 3 are about 2 lengths in front of Classical Orb recovering, or right on the outside of Classical Orb as they pass the 5. That's Ring Charmer. Right on the inside, that's Ianza Lynx. Then comes Buff Bay. Behind Buff Bay, that Colorado Ranger, and racing beside Colorado Ranger, that is Kai Alexis. Head toward the 3 furlong point on the course and making the running. These 2 still fighting for it. John Crow Jeff and Taurus Boy. John Crow Jeff, just the leader from Taurus Boy, pressing home an attack. A length and a half away before we come to on the rail Ianza Lynx, I should say. They're at the top of the lane, and it is John Crow Jeff being attacked by Taurus Boy. Coming on the switch towards the outside, that is Ianza Lynx. Also coming on, that is Classical Orb. This fight continues, and it's still just margin of the leader. John Crow Jeff, Taurus Boy fighting on. John Crow Jeff trying to shake the intentions of Taurus Boy, who keeps on coming. John Crow Jeff keeps on finding, and will find enough. John Crow Jeff winning by about 3/4 of a length. Taurus Boy second. Then comes Ianza Lynx, Classical Orb, and Kai Alexis.
John Crow Jeff sprouted wings to land the 8th event. The victory saw Anthony Thomas still in the hunt for his 4th Jockey's title in 5 years, cutting Dane Dawkins' lead to 2 wins. The day's 9th event saw Roger Hewitt replacing Robert Halladine aboard Jaguar. The jockey-trainer combination of O'Neill Mullings and Ryan Darby were in line for their 3rd win of the weekend. Darby's entry, Brompton Alex, broke from gate number 4.
They're off. No More Deals didn't get away that quickly, along with a last bid and the gifted one. Best Daughter-in-Law got away quickly, quickest of them all, and arrives at the half-mile with a 3-length lead. It's held over Maggie's Boy. Fearless Fire a length and a piece back. Brompton Alex running ahead of Rambling Rose. Jaguar is the one racing out wide. On the rail, that She's Fantastic, the gifted one pulling alongside. No More Deals has ground to make up. Last bid races up next. Toward the back, it's a Jungle Boogie and a Pip as they're about to come thundering into the top of the lane. They're at the quarter pole and down the stretch, and it's Best Daughter-in-Law who continues to show them her rear end. Inside the final 3/16, Best Daughter-in-Law traveling powerfully and running away from them. Brompton Alex moving best of the rest. She's Fantastic has made ground down against the rail, but it's Best Daughter-in-Law now beginning to run out of gas inside the final 16th. Best Daughter-in-Law collared by Brompton Alex, and O'Neill Mullings will have his 2nd win. Brompton Alex scores over She's Fantastic. Best Daughter-in-Law, No More Deals. Jungle Boogie is 5th.
3 wins over the weekend for the combination of Mullings and Darby. Brompton Alex completed the 1,000-meter trip in 1 minute 4 seconds flat. As we recap another thrilling weekend of racing, it was highlighted by God of Love's victory in the feature event on Saturday and Freedom Street's win in the Bet-Makers Trophy. Meanwhile, on Sunday, Brompton Alex landed Sunday's feature event to hand the combination of jockey O'Neill Mullings and trainer Ryan Darby their 3rd win of the weekend. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. I'll see you next time.